let's get into people that were defending Daniel Jones, because there were several Giants that did come out and defend Daniel Jones. So I'll give him kudos for that, because it takes a lot of guts to publicly defend that man right now. Let's be honest on
Mm.
that. Like, you get a lot of hate immediately for it. But as a teammate or as a coach of him, you should defend him. Like, that's something you're supposed to do. That's expected of you. And a couple of people did that. So, first off, head coach Brian Daboll said, "We played one game, so no one did good enough that first game." Trying to spread the blame around at that point. He did take some of the blame on himself too, as well, by saying that. So I thought that was very short, concise, but basically saying, like, it wasn't all DJ.
Yeah,
It was all DJ. He's lying.
Yeah.
Fibber.
No, it's definitely Hyatt's fault for dropping that ball. It was way overthrown.
Yeah.
Granted,
it was definitely everybody else's fault.
Yeah.
Offensive coordinator Mike Kafka said, and this was them talking about, he was asked about losing confidence, Daniel Jones losing his confidence. He said, "I haven't heard of those references you're talking about, but I haven't seen from my position, I haven't seen that in the meeting room, on the field. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. I know myself, knowing DJ, knowing the kind of guy he is, the type of worker he is. He's tough, not just on the field, but I know he's got the handle, all that. Being a quarterback, you have to deal with that stuff, whether it's good, whether it's bad. And so being a quarterback, that's kind of your role a little bit. And same thing with being a coach, same thing with being a head coach, all those things. It's kind of your role in having to handle that kind of stuff. So he's done it better than I've probably seen anyone else do it, especially handling some of the things he's had to go through with injuries and things like that. So I'm proud of him for that. But Daniel's a tough kid. He handles it like a pro. He always has. He handles it like a pro in the meeting room. And I don't think his confidence has ever wavered since I've been here. They're not wrong on the stuff about him handling it well. He's handled everything, I feel like, as well as you basically can expect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I do think Jones deserves a little credit for that. We've talked about it on the show, a couple of times now. We blame Shane. We don't blame Daboll. But it's like, we don't blame Shane. We don't blame Jones for, him being out there. They should have brought competition in. But it's like, I find it hard to believe that his confidence hasn't gone. I really do. Like, you look at the way he just handles himself, and he used to smile more. His head used to be up a little higher. Like, I don't feel like the body language is showing what Kafka's saying. And Kafka can't say otherwise. What did Kafka supposed to say? Oh, he looks like shit.
Yeah.
He looks really depressed, guys. Like, we're having him on suicide watch, basically, because that's how bad he looks. Like they're not going to say that.
Yeah. Between each place, he calls in, a doctor for some help, if you will.
Yeah, like, they're not going to say that kind of thing, And obviously, I'm hyperbolizing. He's not going to be that depressed over it. It's just a game in the end. But it's like, doesn't look like his old self personality-wise there. And I kind of feel bad. It's like, did we do that too? But at the same point, it's not. I get it. It's Shane. They can't keep putting this guy out there. It's not fair to him at this point. He's just not that good. And yet we have no choice, because they just did roster mismanagement.
They needed to take more into consideration his injury, and he's coming back from. Not to say that, not to say that, he would have been a stud with that, before the injury, but he wasn't playing well last year. But when you come off an ACL injury, we've talked about this countless times, you just don't look the same the next year. And when you don't look the same and you weren't playing well prior to that, you're setting him up for failure, hands down. Oh, you look great enough 2 years ago 2 seasons ago to be a starting quarterback in this league, and now you look like you probably don't have a spot on an NFL team.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally, we talked about that before. Like, that's where he's at. If he doesn't get better, he's going to be out of the league next year.
Yeah.
And obviously, listen, again, as much as we don't think he's the guy, we hope better. I just want to make that clear. Because sometimes people get lost in the DJ bashing. He's still a Giant. We still want him to do great. We still want him to turn things around. We want him to be the best Daniel Jones he can be, which sounds weird, like reverbing and almost like the best Daniel Jones.
The best around.
I can't remember. Hear the rest of the lyrics of that one there. That was, what movie was that again?
Karate Kid, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Anyway, Nacho came to his rescue as well. So Nacho, Raheem Nunes.
You ever have pulled pork nachos?
Oh God, I love pulled pork nachos. Okay, first off, every time we make pulled pork in my smoker, we do go ahead and save some of it for pulled pork nachos. You have to come over one time. We're doing it. It's just a 20-hour drive. You'll be fine.
No worries.
I'm telling you, my smoker was the best thing I ever found on clearance at Lowe's. It's like $30 I found it for.
Oh, what?
Yeah, ridiculous. I used to work right next to Lowe's. So every so often I just pop in, check out the clearance section, and leave. I'm a clearance shop.
100%. I just got myself a nice griddle for the winter.
There you go.
So I could grill inside.
There you go. All right. Let's get into Nacho. He said we get sidetracked very easily. Let's pop her in real quick and get to it. So Nacho said, I really wanted to give him a hug. I mean, I just feel like even the fans, you yourself, you have kids. And sometimes your kids go out and they just do their best. And sometimes they fall short. And even as a parent, you're already hurting and you know what your child put into the game or put into their craft and they fell short. They're always self-conscious on themselves and beating themselves up. And just to hear other people, not the opponent team, because they're going to do that, but your own team doing that. And it's just, I feel it's uncalled for. If you want somebody to succeed, give them the best environment to succeed in. You know what I'm saying? Give them a chance. Guys, I feel like Nacho meant well with that statement, but I feel like it did not come off very well.
No. Like the child.
You have to cuddle him. Hold him.
Yeah.
Like, that's not, I think, what he...
You have to go potty, DJ. You have to go to the bathroom. Let's try. Let's go.
Remind me, if I need some media help one day at that point, not to call Nacho. Like, seriously. He's like, I wanted to get Big Hud. He's a child. He can't help himself. That's what it came off like.
Yeah.
Like, he's trying really hard, guys. He just isn't good. Like, that's what he's saying. And it's okay when you and I say it. And it's the truth, but you can't say that as his teammate. Oh my God. Like, your child put into that game or put into that craft and they fall short. Like, oh my God.
Well,
like,
I mean,
he meant well.
Also,
like, I have no doubt in my mind, because Nacho is just a chill guy. Like, I have no doubt in my mind he meant well.
I mean, also that happens too. Like, sometimes you just don't have a good day of playing a sport, you know?
Yeah, man.
And from a parental point of view of like go and see a child do something, and that day is not the day they perform. Like, you can take it just as a week one thing, and not as career in the NFL. But either way, it's very yeah. Is Nacho a helicopter parent? Is that what we're coming at?
I feel like he might be.
Yeah.
So he is the size of a helicopter after all.
Touche.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.